Let's do a review of this chapter on rational expressions. When we're looking for the values of x that do not work in the domain of g, basically we're asking what numbers make the denominator undefined. And notice that we can factor that denominator and we find out that it is both 6 and -4, which do not work in the expression that when we substitute them in. Now in this case it's asking for what values don't work. Sometimes when we're asking about the domain we're asking what values do work. Okay, here we go. Next problem. In order to add fractions we need a common denominator, which will be the product of these two in this case. So we're going to write these over x times x minus 3. We look at the first fraction, we see how it has changed. We've multiplied by x down below, so we multiply by x up above, and that gives us 5x. Likewise, with the second fraction, the denominator has changed there also. We've multiplied by x minus 3 down below, so we're going to multiply by x minus 3 up above. Probably should have shown you that a little bit ago. X minus 3. So we're going to have plus 2 times x minus 3. That's going to be 2x minus 6. Combining like terms, we have 7x minus 6 over the x times x minus 3. Next problem, complex fractions. I taught you to look at the 4 mini denominators and determine what their least common multiple is. In this case it's going to be 3x squared that we're going to multiply through by. Technically we're multiplying through both the numerator and the denominator by this. Some people like to distribute and write it in all 4 places, next to all 4 of these mini fractions. In the top left corner, let's start there. The x squareds will cancel completely, leaving 6 times 3, which is 18. In the top right corner, the 3's cancel and one of the x's cancel, leaving the other x times the 2, so minus 2x. In the bottom left, x will cancel with one of the x's from the x squared, leaving 3x times 4, which is 12x, minus the x squareds cancel, leaving 2 times 3, which is 6. Factoring the numerator, we can divide a 2 out. We're left with 9 minus x. And in the denominator, we can divide a 6 out, leaving us with, probably shouldn't have 2 equal signs, 2x minus 1. Now we can factor the 2 and the 6, or cancel the 2 and the 6 to 1/3. And our final answer will be 9 minus x over 3 times 2x minus 1. Okay, solving an equation. This time we want to get rid of all these denominators by multiplying through by the least common denominator, which is 6. In this first fraction, when the 3 cancels with the 6, we get 2 times the x plus 1 minus, and then the 6's cancel all together, and it would be very tempting to write x minus 1 there. But notice how this negative is going to have to distribute to both parts of that numerator. So I'm going to write parentheses around the x minus 1. Equals, the 6's are going to cancel, so we're going to have equals 1. On the left we're going to do some distribution. We get 2x plus 2 minus x plus 1 equals 1. Combining a couple pairs of like terms, 2x minus x, we get x plus 3 equals 1. Subtracting 3 on both sides, we get -2. And there's no x's in denominators, so that when we substitute in, we don't have to worry about getting a 0 in the denominator.